My name is Troy Dannen from CrescentCitySports.com, from Hashtag on 106.1 FM. In the St. Hall of Fame, I'm involved in high school football in the New Orleans area from my birth year in the city, and of course, covering high school football for the better part of 45 years, but don't tell anybody. It's all good. It's a great pleasure to be here, to be part of such a great event, to recognize excellence on and off the football field. Before we get into our program, we're going to pause for our invocation. It's my pleasure to call upon my great friend, Dr. Benny Jones, to provide that here this afternoon. Okay?
Please bow your heads. Father, we pause in what we consider to be our busy day and recognize the fact that you're the God of this universe. You've got planets flying through the air. You've got this earth at hundreds of thousands of miles going through the universe around the sun. And Father, you control it all because you are a great God, you're a loving God, you're a compassionate God. And we thank you. Father, we thank you for the young students today that are here, for their coaches and what they've put into them. Father, we thank you for the thrills they give us on the field. And Father, we just ask that you continue to be with them in their life. Father, that you might help them to be productive citizens in our country and in our world. And Father, you might recognize your hand in their lives. Father, we thank you for this food and nourish our bodies. And Father, as all, we thank you for loving us. In Christ's name, amen.
The National Football Foundation, which was founded in 1947, has 120 chapters in 47 states with over 100,000 volunteers. The New Orleans chapter was established in 1967 and has been recognizing excellence in high school football since that time. In 2000, the Allstate Sugar Bowl took over sponsorship of the local chapter. People in this city and around the world are very familiar with the Sugar Bowl, its brand and its great bowl game played every single winter in the Superdome. However, the Sugar Bowl is far more than just that one football game, supporting numerous community events throughout the year, including this one, and we're extremely grateful for their support of what we do with Crescent City Sports, with our radio shows, with Friday Night Football, and everyone else that they support. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Richard Breeder, the president of the Sugar Bowl Committee, to give us a little more information about the organization and its support of young student athletes in this city. Now, Richard grew up in New Orleans and graduated from Audubon High School, where he still holds the school record in the triple jump. We checked that to make sure. It's all good. He graduated from LSU. He's been a very successful businessman for many years here in the city. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sugar Bowl President Richard Breeder. Richard.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken. First of all, congratulations to all the scholar athletes in attendance today for their hard work in the classroom, in the community, and on the football field. As Ken mentioned, people around the world recognize the Sugar Bowl as one of the premier college football events every year. However, the Sugar Bowl Committee is also very proud to play a major role in supporting the high school sports fabric of this city and the state. The bowl sponsors events like today's luncheon, but we also host and sustain a large number of games, tournaments, meets, and championships in a wide range of sports. We're also very proud of our support for education in the region. For several years now, the bowl has worked closely with the College Football Playoff Foundation to ensure millions of dollars are going towards initiatives aimed at backing teaching programs here in the New Orleans area. Furthermore, the bowl provides annual scholarship assistance to deserving young men and women from our city. You'll hear more about some of those scholarships later in today's program. Over the past decade, we're pleased to report that the Sugar Bowl endeavors have generated nearly $2.4 billion of economic impact for city and state. From the beginning, the Sugar Bowl has been committed to the youth of this area, and today's luncheon is a perfect example of that. Today, we're recognizing some of the best of the best. So to all of you, thank you for your continued support of what the Sugar Bowl is doing in New Orleans and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard. Unfortunately, Michael Kristovich, the chairman of the Sugar Bowl's National Football Foundation Committee, could not make it today. He's going to speak in more detail on the mission and goals of the National Football Foundation. The mission of the NFF is to promote and develop the power of amateur football in developing the qualities of leadership, sportsmanship, competitive zeal, and the drive for academic excellence in America's young people. Those are all qualities which have been exhibited by the 600-plus New Orleans Scholar athletes that the Sugar Bowl has honored at this event since 2000. Let's turn our attention now to the video screens on either side of the stage to learn more about the National Football Foundation and what it means to the sport of football.
When I think about all the things about football that I appreciate more than gold or silver, football by any measure has enriched my life.
He throws in the end zone.
I can hear the band, I can feel the rhythm, cheerleader chants, and Gatorade victory bass.
The spectacle of football on a beautiful Saturday afternoon brings people together. It builds community, and it is the source of the dreams of millions of young children on the playgrounds of America.
We all started out in our small towns with many kids who were as good or better than all of us, and we were the lucky ones.
And when you see the young men on a football field having been given that opportunity to do great things, you know that football is doing its part.
Intercollegiate football is much more than a game. Football not only teaches a man, it helps make the man.
A heartfelt thanks to the National Football Foundation for leading our sport over an astounding 7 decades. During those years, the NFF never once buckled under the weight of preserving and enriching the game of football.
Organizations such as this, with all of the prestige and influence which you bring, to help establish more programs for participation by American boys and girls, young and old.
The National Football Foundation embodies people that care about the integrity of the game. We owe the generations that follow us, our student athletes, to be proud of their academic achievement.
This year, we've got a finalist, our very own Thomas Booker.
Henny is a finalist for the smartest man in college football. Let's give a round of applause for Henny.
Let's go! Heck yeah, baby! Let's go! We're going to New York!
One of my dreams was to play college football and to be selected as Scholar Athlete tonight.
I'm honored to be joining the incredible people who have previously received this award, and I'll do my best to uphold the legacy of everyone who's won it before me.
The game, it always shows up in the fall, when the days grow shorter and the rains come and our spirits need lifting.
Well, we said all along, we can beat anybody if we don't beat ourselves. And our guys got a lot of heart.
We share intangibles that made a difference. A burning desire to succeed, to achieve, to get the job done.
I can't tell you how thrilled I am to accept the MacArthur Bowl symbolic of the national championship.
Courage, stamina, coordinated efficiency.
We're gonna take it tonight. We put it on the line.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
We're the ones that can look back on our college football as measure of more than yards gained, but measure of our private selves. Because in the end, the Hall of Fame's not about glory. It's about dreams.
While the focus of today's luncheon is the outstanding scholar athletes, we're also taking time to recognize a pair of individuals who have been key contributors to the New Orleans community. The first honor we are presenting today is the Contribution to Amateur Football Award, which is given annually to an individual for his or her effort to promote the game, preserve its history, and ensure its future. The special award presented several hours myself, and it's something that we cherish very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Sharon Clark, principal at Sylvia B. Wright High School. Also, Mr. David Federico, principal at Equal Plessy, both members of the LHSAA Executive Committee, who will tell us a little about this year's special honor.
Good afternoon. I think everyone in this room realizes the importance of athletics to high school education. Of all the sports that we put on, football is the one that seems to generate the interest and the spirit in every school. Mr. Eddie Bonine came to the LHSAA in 2015. During his tenure as the executive director of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, Mr. Bonine has worked continually to see to it that football remains an integral part of that program. When Mr. Bonine first arrived here, he had to deal with the select, non-select issue. It was not an easy one to deal with. He managed, in that time, to begin to oversee 9 state championships in football, 5 to none. He managed to see to it that all those student athletes had to participate, had the right to participate in a state championship that was second to none in this country. More recently, Mr. Bonine had to deal with COVID, as we all did. While many states chose to cancel the football programs, Mr. Bonine did not. He worked with legislators, he worked with the governor, he worked with all the schools to see to it that football could continue to operate. When the Superdome notified us that they would limit the occupancy in the Superdome, Mr. Bonine began to search for alternate venues. And we were able to put together not only a football season, but a championship up in northwestern Annapolis, Louisiana. So those kids had the opportunity to continue to participate in an LHSAA state championship event. Ms. Clark?
Good morning. Today, the LHSAA championships are back in the New Orleans Caesars Superdome, the ultimate venue for high school athletes to participate. While it is true that the championship could be played at any venue in the state of Louisiana that is maybe less expensive, Mr. Bonine realized that this, for many of the participants, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that they will be able to talk about for years. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Mr. Eddie Bonine to you as this year's recipient of the Allstate Sugar Bowl chapter of the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame's award, which is presented to an individual who has worked to promote, preserve, and ensure the future of football in the high schools in the state of Louisiana. And we are very excited that you are so deserving of this award, Mr. Bonine.
Thank you. David and Sharon, thank you so much for the kind words. On behalf of the LHSAA, I have an easy job, to be honest with you. I have a great staff that are here with me today, and any of else of you that have the opportunity to work with management. It's the people you surround yourself with, and I have a great crew that really helps and do the majority of the items in which you resulted in the participation in football at the New Orleans, at the Superdome here in New Orleans. Coming from outside the state, I think you're spoiled with having the opportunity to be in that facility. And New Orleans is one of the first in the LHSAA to start playing in that facility for many years. And other state associations now, colleagues across the United States are now partnering with their NFL franchises and having that opportunity to participate in those venues. And And I've always told this story about the very first time that those athletes, in fact, this past year, was the first time they've been there. On days that they walk in to watch these students come through those tunnels, and walk in with street clothes on, and to watch the looks on their faces when they just walk around taking pictures, video streaming, and they all gravitate sooner or later to that portal in the middle of the stadium, and just stand there and look around. Goosebumps today. That is a memory for those student athletes, because less than 1% are going to get the opportunity to go play at the next level. And for them to have the opportunity to partner not only with the New Orleans Saints, the Superdome itself, the city of New Orleans, and the opportunity for all of us to have that ability to give those students that chance to play on that floor of that Superdome, which many have only seen on TV watching the Saints game. It's just incredible. But thank you for the foundation for this opportunity this afternoon. Jeff, thank you so much for what you do at the Sugar Bowl. The Sugar Bowl still works with us as a visiting sponsor for our football, and as well as the Pelicans do for our basketball championships. And we enjoy everything that we have the opportunity for these student athletes across our state. Regardless of where you're from, how big your school is, we work diligently to make sure that everything is good for all, and that from the spectators to the student athletes to the coaches, the officials, and everybody who shows up, we hope it's a great experience. If not, you know my email address. A lot of people do. Please don't hesitate to reach out. But thank you so much. Again, thank you for what you do, and everybody else for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Our next award goes to the Distinguished American, who will be introduced by none other than Cotton Bowl champion Willie Fritz. Give it up for Willie, right? The head football coach of Tulane, this award is presented each year with individuals who set the standard for a life of service to the community and has made a significant contribution to the betterment of amateur football. Willie's done that. Here he is today to present the award to our recipient. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for Mr. Willie Fritz.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate the Allstate Sugar Bowl for hosting this event and recognizing deserving student athletes and special contributors. I want to congratulate all the student athletes who are going to be awarded here in a little bit. Sometimes you hear the youth of America and all the negativity and all those things. I see great young people out there. I get the opportunity to work with great young people every day. We're in great hands. So congratulations to all the student athletes and your awesome achievements this past year. I also want to thank all the coaches out there. I see quite a bit of the football coaching, volleyball coaches, all sorts of different coaches out there. The impact you make on these young people is just incredible. Thank you for all the hard work that you put in, and also to the parents. I have 3 grown kids, and I remember driving to all the different events and things like that. So your contributions do not go unnoticed at all. I've got the opportunity to introduce my boss, and normally he does that with me. So the tables are turned a little bit here, Troy. I know that he is very deserving of this Distinguished American Award. Just to tell you a little bit about Troy's background. Troy was raised on a farm. He knows what hard work is all about. After he got done in high school, he went to University of Northern Iowa. He got a degree in communications. You don't know where Northern Iowa is at or located. It's in the northern part of Iowa, just in case you were wondering where it was. He knew early on that he wanted to get involved in athletics. While he was a student in Northern Iowa, he helped the athletic director, Bob Olsby, who's a good friend of Troy's. And it's great for you young people to have an idea about what you want to do when you go to college and try to get some experience in that area. And Troy certainly did. Troy also worked closely with the high school association in the state of Iowa. I think sometimes in collegiate athletics, the collegiate athletic directors don't understand what high school people are going through, and sometimes vice versa. But Troy has a very good understanding of how both need to work with each other. Then he went to University of Northern Iowa, his alma mater, as the athletic director for 8 years. And I mean, they had incredible success at Northern Iowa, across the board, all sports, male sports, female sports, made it to, I think, the Elite Eight in basketball, great in football, just really did a sensational job of taking that program to new heights. And we wanted a challenge. And in December of 2015, he decided that he was going to take a chance and take on this challenge of coming down to Tulane University. And he has done just a tremendous job here at Tulane. Number one, he's completely changed the culture of our athletic department. I see that every day. We've got a really tight-knit athletic family at Tulane. All the sports know each other. Student athletes know each other well, and that's because of Troy. He's the one who started that and got it going. We're really a big family, and everybody roots for each other. That's also unique sometimes in collegiate athletics. He also understands that we got to work with what we've got. You know, sometimes we do more with less at Tulane, and nobody complains. Everybody's got a smile on their face. Again, that comes from the leadership of Troy. He gives back big time to athletics and to football. He's on a whole bunch of committees. He doesn't get paid to be on any of these committees. And I'm on a couple of committees, and I know sometimes it's difficult to do your job and also be on these different committees. But he's on the NCAA Transformation Committee. That's making all the rules for NCAA athletics, and we need smart guys like Troy on that committee. We've made some mistakes here last few years, and they're helping to get everything solidified. He's on the American Athletic Conference Strategic Planning Committee. We're very proud of our conference. We think it's one of the top conferences in the country. And Troy wants to make sure that everybody understands that, how we can improve. He's on the football oversight committee. Makes all the decisions for Division I football. And he's very active in that. I'm very blessed that I'm able to just go and ask him if I've got a question about what's going on in collegiate athletics. And he's also on the NCAA football rules committee. He's a former football official. And it's great to have somebody who's actually been an official before to be on the football rules committee to make the game as safe as we possibly can. We've made some changes the last couple of years, and we're going to continue to keep doing that. Great family man, very inclusive with his daughters and his son, his wife Amy. They come to all the events. It's hard sometimes to juggle being a good family person and also working 80, 90 hours a week. He does a sensational job of that. And then the last one, you're going to think I'm teasing him, I'm not. He's the guy who brought back the angry wave. No matter where I go in the country, when I'm wearing the angry wave, I get people to come up to me and talk to me about it. Very identifiable. I remember when he did it, he came down. Sometimes I get locked in on football and start talking about it. I had no big deal. Now it's a big deal. We've got the #1 rated uniforms, and it's very identifiable. It's really helping Tulane out big time with the angry wave. But he's also a finalist for the Sports Business Athletic Director of the Year. That's going to come out in the next few weeks. I just want to introduce the recipient of the Distinguished American Award presented by the Sugar Bowl, my boss and friend, Troy Dannen.
Thank you.
What Willie didn't mention is I hired a football coach that's won an Olympic Cotton Bowl. So, that's frankly, one of the things about Willie, he's got 197 NCAA wins. He'll go over 200. I think he's in the top 15 of active coaches wins in college football. He's got another 35 in junior college football. He's the only coach at Tulane who's ever been to more than one bowl game. And he's just wrapped up the report. He's done a whale of a job for us. And he's reminded us all at Tulane how important football is for our university. So Willie, thank you for being here today to introduce me. And I want to congratulate Eddie.
So, while Willie mentioned this, I was the executive director in Iowa for the High School Association from 02 to 08. Eddie stood up here and said he has an easy job. I will tell you, he has the worst job in athletics in the state of Louisiana. And every time, Eddie, every time I see, we haven't met, but every time I see your name in the paper, inside my mind, I give you a toast. Because I know exactly the emotional and irrational phone calls and emails that you probably have read that day. Because they stopped for me in 2008 when I went to Northern Iowa as the athletic director. So kudos to you. Mostly, I want to today congratulate the student athletes that are here, the scholar athletes. You know, it takes a whale of a talent to play football at a level that y'all play football at. I would have died and killed to be able to do that personally. I couldn't. And it takes a special kind of person to succeed academically. It's a small subset of people that succeed academically. And if you take those who can play at this level and those who can succeed academically, bring them together, that subset is so small. And to think that you're a part of it, you will look back at today for the rest of your lives and really appreciate the fact that you're being recognized for what you do in both of those areas. You're a very small subset of a very elite group of student athletes, and I want to congratulate you. Now, with that said, I want you to understand this. Football is a great game. Football is a great game. And it is a lot like life. My high school football coach decided that football is life. Inside that locker room, every race, every religion, every socioeconomic background, every desire, every different set of goals, all sorts of different talents are in that locker room. And it doesn't matter if you got the greatest coach in the world, you got the perfect play call. And it doesn't matter if you got the most talented running back in the country with the ball under his arm. If you don't, or if one of your 10 teammates don't do everything right, success doesn't find you on that play. And then you got 139 more times in the game to do it on one side of the ball or the other. That is what life is. Because no matter what you do, as soon as you play your last snap, everything is about being around a group. It's different races, different religions, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different goals, desires, talents. Football is teaching you and has taught you how to be successful in everything you're going to face in life. You don't think about that while you're playing. But now that it's way in my rearview mirror, I think about it all the time. And it doesn't matter if you're any good or not. It doesn't matter if you're all anything. I made one tackle in high school. I got 13 stitches out of it, and my coach said, this will be the last time the contact part of football finds you. I became the kicker. And the first game I kicked, I made a field goal and I made an extra point. I scored 4 points. I was so proud I couldn't wait to tell my girlfriend. I did not make another kick in my high school career. I became the backup kicker. By the time I was done, I was the backup holder. And I was so mad at my coach because I knew I was better than I was given credit for on the field and the time to play. And I was mad at him because I thought it was his fault when I wasn't playing. 10 years later, maybe 11, I was 29. I got a call from his widow asking me to speak at his funeral. I was like, I haven't talked to the guy since I left. I didn't like him. And I said, why? He says, because I was officiating small college football at the time, and I was working with the State High School Association. And he said, he loves what you've done, and he takes some ownership in what you did, what you've done. I'm like, holy cow. And I started writing remarks for a funeral, and I realized so many of my philosophies and my beliefs had come from him. And so many of the things I said came from him. And I was like, doggone that guy. If I wasn't sitting there being mad at him, well, he was probably the best mentor in my life besides my parents. So it doesn't matter, it's the game, but it's the people inside the game, guys. So much is given to you from the sport of football. That's why it's the greatest game. My ask of you is this, though. When you walk away from the game, whether you're playing more high school ball or you're playing college ball, eventually the last step is coming. Give back to the game. Stay involved in the game. Contribute back to the game that's given you all so much. You may end up officiating the game. Eddie would love it. We need officials. You may end up officiating the game. You may end up coaching the game. Heck, you may end up on the Sugar Bowl board. Because all these guys are giving something back to the game as well. But my ask to you is give back to the game that's given you so much. And you just don't even know how much this game has given you. You're gonna learn soon. But it's a great game. And I'm thankful that you're choosing to be a part of it. Jeff, to you and your board, thank you for this opportunity and for honoring me today. And as I close every time I ever make a remark, I would say roll away. Thanks.
Congratulations, guys, great job, well deserved. At this time, for our presentation of high school honorees, I'd like to introduce Miles Clemens from the Sugar Bowl Committee. Now, Miles has been an integral part of this committee since 1984. He served as president of the Sugar Bowl in 1999 and 2000, when the Bowl hosted its first ever BCS National Championship game. He played football, basketball, and track at Newman School and was a first-team parade All-American football player. He was also co-captain of the football and basketball teams. He went to Tulane for law school, as well as undergrad, where he also played football for the Green Wave. In recognition of our scholar athletes, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Miles Clemens. Miles?
So without further ado, I would like to recognize our 30 scholar athletes, 2022 season. All were nominated by their schools, and we considered dozens and dozens and dozens of nominees. All certainly we couldn't pick, but we picked you 30, and we did so for a reason. I gotta say that we all have aspirations going out as high school football players, work hard to get better, to contribute to the success of your team, and to attempt to distinguish yourself individually. Same is true in the classroom. And for those of you here who have achieved both, that is truly impressive, and I gotta say, well done. I would ask each honoree, when your name is called, to please stand at your table. And we'll ask that the applause be held until we go through all of the honorees. First up is Hayden Morrell from Archbishop Hannon High School. Hayden's head coach, Corey Bordelon, he played as a quarterback and long snapper at Archbishop Hannon. A grade point average of 3.84. His academic achievements include National Spanish Honor Society and the Principal's Honor Roll. He was a 2-year letterman, the starting quarterback and the long snapper. He won the Coach's Award, which is the team's highest honor. He was a 2-year starter on the baseball team as well, and the baseball most valuable player in 2022. Extracurriculars include campus ministry, student ambassador, and Big Brother. He plans to attend either Mississippi State or South Alabama. Hayden Morrell from Archbishop Hannon. Just too tempting, it's too tempting to applaud each one, and that's fine, that's fine. Casey Everard from Archbishop Rummel High School. Head coach Nick Monica. Casey played quarterback and established a grade point average of 4.44. An ACT score of 29. His academic achievements include the National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta. He was a 2-year letterman, the starting quarterback, the Manning Award Futures honoree. His extracurriculars include the Student Council and Student Ambassadors. He will attend a college at the University of Southeastern Louisiana, and he will play football. Congratulations, Casey Everard from Archbishop Rummel. Jason Brown Jr. from Archbishop Shaw High School. Coach Hank Kearney. Jason played tight end and was the long snapper. I thought the GPA we just went through, 4.44, was pretty darn good. Jason had a 4.62 and an ACT score of 35. National Honor Society, National Merit Commended Student. He was a 4-year letterman, team captain, all academic, football, swimming, and wrestling, 2-time All-State in wrestling, and the lacrosse Defensive Player of the Year. Extracurriculars include student government vice president, peer minister, drama club president, and food pantry volunteer. He is undecided as to where he will attend college. Jason Brown from Archbishop Shaw. Nicholas Malik from the Martin High School. Head coach Mark Bonise. Mark played tight end, a GPA of 4.2, ACT score of 28. National Honor Society, Principal's Honor Roll, beginning in the 8th grade through the 12th grade. He was a 4-year letterman, team captain, Clarion Herald's elite football team, the Bobby Conlon Award, which is the team's highest honor. He also lettered in track and powerlifting. Extracurriculars include student minister, Key Club, volunteered at homeless shelters, and was a volunteer coach. He will attend the University of Tennessee. Nicholas Malik from Brother Martin. Josh Thornton, De La Salle High School. Head coach Graham Jarrett. He played center, achieved a grade point average of 4.23. His academic achievements include National Honor Society, the Gold Torch Honor Roll. He was a 4-year letterman, a team scholar athlete in 2021 and 2022. Extracurriculars include the open house tour guide. His college choice is as yet undecided. Josh Thornton from De La Salle. Charles Atkins from East Jefferson High School. He played for Coach Ashton Dewey as a defensive end and a linebacker, with grade point average of 3.7. Academic achievements include honor roll, principals list, and a Friday night football scholar athlete. He was a 4-year letterman and a team captain, the team defensive most valuable player, Class 5A All-State, district defensive most valuable player. Also lettered in basketball and track. His college is undecided. Charles Atkins from East Jefferson. Congratulations. Weston McWright from Frederick A. Douglass High School played for head coach Corey McLeod as a wide receiver and a running back. A grade point average of 4.2. Academic achievements include the National Honor Society, Advanced Placement Scholar, Principal's Honor Roll, and Bard Early College Program. He was a 3-year letterman and a team captain, a team character award, all district, also lettered in track, earning team most valuable player honors. He was also a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He will be attending LSU in the fall. Justin McWright from Frederick Douglass. Mason Williams from Haynes Academy for Advanced Studies. A wide receiver, Coach Ben Powell, and a quarterback as well. His grade point average, 4.89. An ACT score of 31. His academic achievements include the National Merit semifinalist, College Board African American Recognition Award, National Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta. He was a 4-year letterman, team captain, LHSAA all academic football team. Extracurriculars include summer camp volunteer, student tutor, and soup kitchen volunteer. He is undecided where he will attend college. Mason Williams from Haynes Academy. Garrett Cantrell from Holy Cross High School. Played for Coach Scott Watney as a linebacker, grade point average of 4.64. He is a National Honor Society member, high honor roll, won the Holy Cross Tiger Award for the student that best reflects the values of the school. 4-year Letterman Team Academic Award for highest grade point average, also lettered in basketball and lacrosse basketball team captain as well. He was a senior class president and volunteered for the Second Harvest Food Bank. He will be attending Ole Miss in the fall. Congratulations, Garrett Cantrell and Holy Cross. Cooper Cuvion of Holy Cross High School as well, also played with Coach Watney as a linebacker and a running back. Grade point average of 4.08. Academic achievements include honor roll and National Honor Society. He was a 3-year starter and team captain and won the Holy Cross Toughest Tiger Award. And he will be attending LSU. Cooper Cuvion from Holy Cross. Congratulations. Austin Jake Guillory from Isidore Newman School. Head coach Nelson Stewart. He played as a defensive back with a grade point average of 3.68. His academic achievements include the honor roll and Friday night football scholar athlete of the week. He was a 3-year Letterman, defensive, most valuable player, team captain, helped the team to 3 state semifinal appearances, and he was 2-time All-Metro. Extracurriculars include Homecoming King, Crochet for a Cause Club, and the Chess Club. Austin Jake will be attending Harvard University in the fall. Austin Jake Roland Wagaspack IV from Jesuit High School. Played for Ryan Manley as offensive tackle. Earned a grade point average of 4.6 and an ACT score of 34. Academic achievements include the National Honor Society and Academic All-State. He was a 4-year Letterman and a 2-year team captain, All-South Louisiana First Team, Clarion Herald All-City, District Champion, State Runner-Up, Team Leadership Committee. Extracurriculars include Student Body President, co-host of Jesuit Student Life Podcast, Big Brother, Sports Analysis Club, and a volunteer coordinator for Hands for Fans. He will be attending Dartmouth College, hopefully with a warm coat. Congratulations, Roland Wagaspack from Jesuit. Nicholas Dalperez from John Curtis Christian School. Head coach J.T. Curtis. He was a linebacker with a grade point average of 3.82, a National Honor Society member and honor roll, and a Taylor Scholar Award. He was a 5-year Letterman, a 3-year starter, team captain, football state championship, all district, and he also lettered in wrestling, placing 3rd at the state championships. Extracurriculars include Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Spirit Club, and the stage crew for his school play. He will be attending Louisiana State University. Congratulations, Nick Dalton. Deshaun Batiste from John F. Kennedy High School. He played for, Benares El Page as a defensive end. Earned a grade point average of 4.25. National Honor Society, and a 4.0 honor roll, all 4 years. He was a 3-year Letterman, a 2-year team captain, the NOLA.com Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time All-State, 2-time District Most Valuable Player, also lettered in baseball and basketball. Extracurriculars include member of the Big Brother program. He will play football at Troy University. Deshaun Batiste from John F. Kennedy. Congratulations. Nicholas Panduro from Kenner Discovery Academy. Head coach P.J. Sprung. Played as a linebacker, a safety, and a punter. grade point average of 3.7, National Honor Society member, and a member of the Key Club. He was a 4-year letterman, a 3-year starter, 2-year team captain, Team Heart Award, a district champion, and a 3-year starter in baseball. Extracurriculars include the Boy Scouts of America and an animal shelter volunteer. He will be attending Louisiana State University. Nicholas Scanduro from Kenner Discovery. Brandon Edinburgh from L.B. Landry High School. Head coach Noel Ellis. He played as a quarterback, earned a grade point average of 3.9. National Honor Society, Honor Roll, WWL-TV A+ athlete, and he ranks at the top of his academic class. He was a 2-year letterman, a 2-year team captain, West Bank Quarterbacks Club honoree, and he also lettered in baseball and basketball. Extracurriculars include student government, and he will play football at Langston University in Oklahoma. Brandon Edinburgh from L.B. Landry. Congratulations. Corey Root Jr. from McDonough 35 High School. Head coach Frank Daggs. Corey played as a linebacker, achieved a grade point average of 3.4. He was a member of the National Honor Society, his honor roll, and the 24 Plus Club. He was a 3-year letterman, a 3-time All-District, and 2-time team captain. Extracurriculars include student mentor, Silverback Society for mentoring middle school boys. His college is undecided. Corey Ruth from McDonough 35. Congratulations. Aubrey Posey from North Lake Christian. Head coach James Willis. Aubrey played on the offensive line and as a long snapper as well. His grade point average is 4.23. His ACT score 30. Academic achievements include the National Honor Society, Vice President of the STEM Club, and the Patrick F. Taylor Foundation Scholar. He was a 3-year letterman and team captain, first team All-District, and he helped his team to the district championship, also lettered in baseball. Extracurriculars include founder, entrepreneur for Field and Finn Outfitters, an internship with a design and building firm. He is undecided as to where he will attend college. Aubrey Posey from North Lake Christian. Congratulations. Luke Schlegel from North Lake Christian. Played for James Willis as well as a defensive tackle and an offensive tackle. His grade point average, 4.21, ACT score of 33. He is a member of the National Honor Society, the most outstanding representative at Louisiana Boys State, WGNO Scholar Athlete of the Week, a 3-year letterman, team captain, first team All-District, and helped his team to the district championship, also lettered in golf and soccer. Extracurriculars include student ambassador, student leadership, and homecoming board. His college is undecided. Luke Schlegel from North Lake Christian. Congratulations. Brendan Vincent Jr. from Patrick F. Taylor Academy. He played linebacker for Coach Kenny Bourgeois, achieved a grade point average of 4.5, scored a 28 on his ACT, academically was on the principal's honor roll, National Honor Society, Posse Scholarship winner. He was a 3-year letterman, 2-year team captain, also earned a district championship in the discus of his track team and was team captain for his basketball team as well. Extracurriculars include Eagle Scout, senior class vice president, Black Student Alliance. He will be attending Case Western Reserve University. Trenton Vincent from Patrick Taylor Academy. Congratulations. Pierce John Paul II Catholic High School. Played for head coach Philip Piggott as a defensive end, earned a grade point average of 3.6. National Honor Society Honor Roll 5 consecutive years. Advanced placement courses in math and science. He was a 2-year letterman, all district, and also lettered in baseball and golf. Extracurriculars include Future Health Professionals Club, History Club, Church Fair Volunteer, and summer camps for baseball and football. His college is undecided. Pierce Williams from Pope John Paul. Congratulations. I can pronounce this name since his father coached my children. Frank Gendusa from St. Martin's Episcopal School. Head coach Frank Gendusa. As a linebacker and tight end. It's not a far one, is it? His athletic achievements include 5-year letterman and a starter. Team captain, district defensive most valuable player. All Metro, honorable mention, All State. Team defensive MVP. Helped St. Martin's to the best football season in history with a state semifinal trip. His college presently is undecided, but I know that he has multiple offers to play football. Congratulations, Frank Gendusa from St. Martin's and Coach Frank Gendusa. Seth Mandela, also from St. Martin's Episcopal School. Head coach Frank Gendusa played as a defensive back and running back. He was a 4-year letterman and team captain. All Metro defensive back, honorable mention, All State. Helped St. Martin's to the best football season in history and to the state semifinals. He also lettered in basketball and track and field for 4 years. He will be attending Louisiana State University. Seth Mandela from St. Martin's. Congratulations. Joshua Yancey, St. Paul's School. Head coach Ken Sears. Played as a fullback and as a tight end. Achieved a grade point average of 3.93. National Honor Society, President's Honor Roll, Mu Alpha Theta, Math Honor Society. He was a 4-year letterman, all district, Punisher Award, and academic All-State. Extracurriculars include drumline and mental toughness and physical training. His college is currently undecided. Josh Yancey from St. Paul's. Congratulations, Josh. Billy Buckle, St. Paul's School, head coach Ken Sears, played on the offensive line, a grade point average of 3.93, and academic achievements including National Honor Society, made the honor roll every semester since 8th grade. LHSAA all academic scholar athlete, Mu Alpha Theta. He was a 4-year letterman, team captain, and also lettered in basketball and served as a basketball team captain. Extracurriculars include Eucharistic minister for St. Paul's and Miracle League basketball program. He will attend the University of South Alabama. Dylan Buckle from St. Paul's. Congratulations. Rasan Mitchell from Sophie B. Wright Charter School, head coach Kenneth Dorsey. He played as a defensive end and achieved a grade point average of 3.2. His academic achievements include the honor roll. He was a 2-year letterman, a team captain. He led the team in sacks and tackles for loss, and he also lettered in basketball. Extracurriculars include the drama club and the debate team. He will be attending the University of Southern Mississippi. Rasan Mitchell from Sophie B. Wright. Congratulations. Alejandro Varela from Thomas Jefferson Academy. Head coach Katie Bush. He played as an offensive tackle and also as a defensive end. Achieved a grade point average of 4.4 and an ACT score of 31. Academic achievements include National Honor Society and LHSAA Academic All-State. He was a 4-year letterman, a 2-year team captain, 2-time Outstanding Offensive Lineman Award, and 2-time All-District, and in the Magnet Bowl Championship. Extracurriculars include the Leadership Club and the Chess Club. He will be attending the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, Alejandro Varela from Thomas Jefferson Academy. Congratulations. Darrell Martin from Walter L. Cohen High School. Head coach Darrell Martin Sr. He played as a running back and a linebacker with a grade point average of 3.4. Academic achievements include making the honor roll. He was a 3-year letterman, a 2-year team captain, first team all-district running back, second team all-district linebacker. Extracurriculars include volunteer with Lunchbox to Feed the Homeless initiative. He will be attending Southern University at Baton Rouge. Darrell Martin from Walter Cohen. Congratulations. Devon Bocage from West Jefferson High School. He played for Coach Willie Brooks as a linebacker. Devon achieved a grade point average of 3.77. He was a member of the National Honor Society and a 4-year honor roll student, a 3-year letterman, and the team captain. He made all-district, and he also lettered in basketball. He will be attending Rochester Community and Technical College in Minnesota. Devon Bocage from West Jeff. Ian Barnes from the Willow School, head coach J.J. Smith. He played as a wide receiver and attained a grade point average of 4.3. National Honor Society member, a Da Vinci Scholar. He made the honor roll for 11 years, and he never had less than an A. And he is also graduating a year early. That's why you just made it for 11 years. He was a 3-year letterman and a starter, team offensive most valuable player. Also a starter on the basketball team. Extracurriculars include the jazz band and music honors. He will be attending Boston University. Ian Barnes from the Willow School. Congratulations. Those are our honorees this year. I would like to call upon them to do one last task before we proceed with our last order of business, which is the presentation of several scholarships. I think I'm going to say what you already know, that your achievements are unique, and they could not have been accomplished without the leadership and the guidance of your coaches, your parents, the fun you had with your teammates, and your siblings, all those who know you and made your lives rich and helped guide you through your accomplishments, which we recognize today. So the last task, if you were so inclined, is for each of you to stand one last time and give a round of applause to your coaches, parents, and all those who I've just mentioned, if you think they deserve it. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
Listening to Miles run down a long list of honors and achievements, it gives me really pleasure and pride in all of today's honorees. These are all outstanding football players. And what I'm most impressed with is everything they've done in the classroom and around the community and for what they stand for each and every day of their lives. At this time, it's my pleasure to reintroduce to you Mr. Richard Brady, the president of the Allstate Sugar Bowl, for 5 very special presentations. Richard?
Thank you, Ken, and thank you, Miles, for making the time to recognize each of today's honorees. I'm sure it means a lot to these student athletes and their families. And thank you to all the fine young men here for their efforts in the community, in the classroom, and on the football field. We have 30 outstanding and talented candidates for this year's Allstate Sugar Bowl scholarships. It was quite a challenge to bring this down to just 5. I'd like to thank my fellow committee members for the time, effort, and consideration they offered in selecting our honorees. Before I get to this year's scholarship winners, allow me to direct your attention to the television screens one more time to see what these scholarships have meant to some of our past recipients.
Because he wants to help his dad grow the family business. Because he wants to help someone learn to walk again. And because he always wanted to serve his country.
Check it out, Mom. Looking good, right?
These are just a few of the student athletes in Louisiana awarded a college scholarship by the Allstate Sugar Bowl. Because of the character, determination, and leadership they demonstrated both on and off the field. In fact, since 2000, the Allstate Sugar Bowl has recognized more than 500 student athletes from parishes throughout Louisiana, providing more than $500,000 in scholarships.
Young men like these student athletes are the future of our city.
And whether it's because they always wanted to work in space or just raise a family of their own, we're proud to be part of their journey.
Mom, Dad, I made it.
While all 30 of our Allstate Sugar Bowl scholar athletes represent a high level of achievement, it is our distinct honor to recognize 5 student athletes with scholarships based on their accomplishments and the essays that they submitted. The first 4 I introduced will receive $10,000 scholarships, and our final honoree has been chosen for the Oliver S. Delaware Jr. $20,000 scholarship. After I introduce each winner, please come to the front so I can present your check and get a picture. Our first scholarship winner is a truly an individual who meets all our hopes when selecting scholarship winners. He has a 4.4 grade point average and is a member of the National Honor Society. He was a 2-time all-district selection in football, and he has been very active in the community. He wrote in his essay about crediting his parents for his academic drive. Both of his parents immigrated to America with dreams of giving their children a better life. Today, they can surely be proud of their son. From Thomas Jefferson Academy, Alejandro Valhila.
Once again, please. One more time. Thank you.
Our next winner focused his essay on his school's mantra, to be a man for others. Throughout his high school career, he has worked to help others. He's the student body president. He's involved in peer support and tutoring. And he played a major role in the Hams for Fams, which feeds over 1,000 individuals in need each Christmas. Even on the football field, he helps others as he's a star offensive lineman protecting his quarterback and running backs. From Jesuit High School, Roland Wagesback IV.
One more time. Thank you.
third scholarship recipient wrote about the challenges of being a multi-sport athlete while continuing to excel in the classroom. He has been very successful in sports while maintaining a 4.7 grade point average. He's also heavily involved in other school activities, including serving as the student body president. In his essay, he wrote about the inspiration of his mother, who battled through sickness to become a beacon of hope for others. From Holy Cross, Garrett Cantrell.
Thank you.
Our fourth scholarship winner has been forced to overcome some major challenges already in his life. But those challenges have made him a very impressive young man. He wrote in his essay, "Attitude is key. A positive attitude can change everything." His positive attitude has helped him establish himself on his school's A honor roll. It's helped him overcome injury to become an all-district football player, and it helped him develop a focus on a college degree. We hope this $10,000 scholarship will help sustain that attitude. From McDonough 35, Corey Ruth Jr.
Thank you.
Before I introduce our final scholarship recipient, I want to say a few words about one of my fellow Sugar Bowl committee members. Oliver Dellery was a longtime member of the Sugar Bowl committee. He was the youngest president of our organization back in 1996 and remained very active on a wide range of committees, helping keep the Sugar Bowl at the top of the college football world. Oliver passed away 4 years ago, and in his memory, we now present the Oliver Dellery Scholarship on an annual basis. Excuse me. I would like to thank his wife Susie, his son Oliver III, and daughter Charlotte for continuing to support the Sugar Bowl organization. O is, in fact, now a member, an associate member with the Bowl. The third annual winner of the Oliver Dellery Scholarship wrote about the challenges of losing his grandfather to cancer. While he grieved, he also embraced his grandfather's attitude of being a doer. He maintained a 4.0 grade point average, and he served as his football team's captain. He quoted motivational speaker Erky Johnson, who said, "It's not always about you," and wrote about his tremendous hopes and goals for his future. Another Erky Johnson quote may help him accomplish those dreams as it applies to everyone in this room. Johnson said, "See something, believe in it, and go get it." From Haynes Academy, Mason Williams.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to all our honorees today. You represent a bright future for our city and state, and we look forward to following your successes for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. Once again, a round of applause for each one of our honorees here. Congratulations once again to my friends Eddie and Troy for their honors. They deserve it richly, and they'll continue to do great jobs. And Troy's 100% right. He has the hardest job in the state, but he does it well. I want to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. Two things. Number one, of course, the video will be at CrescentCitySports.com. You'll be able to check it out. later on today. And also, we'll have some pictures coming up. Stay tuned for that. I'll tell you all about that in a moment. But we'd specifically like to thank the National Football Foundation for its support of amateur football in the city of New Orleans and throughout the country. And we'd like to recognize, of course, the Allstate Sugar Bowl for making this possible and for making so many things possible in our community. As we said earlier, it's more than just a game. Believe me, I know that more than anyone. That includes a great friend and a gentleman, and I have great admiration for the Chief Executive Officer of the Sugar Bowl, Mr. Jeff Hundley. Jeff, take a bow, if you will, at this time. I also want to commend the rest of the Sugar Bowl staff, many of whom are in attendance here today, and of course, this outstanding volunteer membership couldn't be done without them, led by Richard Brady. Most of all, I'd like to thank all of our scholar athletes for all the hard work that you put in and for being such terrific ambassadors and representatives to your schools, for your communities, for the greater New Orleans area at large. You're making a difference, and all I can say to you without any other words of wisdom is keep making a difference. Don't change, don't stop, continue to work hard, and continue to be someone that services others first and foremost. We appreciate each and every one of you. Congratulations to you for being here today. You deserve it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck in your future endeavors, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.